Well, greetings. As some of you know, especially those from the New Orleans area, for the Hornets, we said, "I'm in." And I had the privilege to do one of the commercials and say, "I'm in." Well, today I'm going to change it a bit and say, "I'm back." I've been away for a while, not away from the Archdiocese necessarily, though I've had a few meetings out of town. But things have just been very, very busy and very erratic by way of schedule, and I haven't been able to take the opportunity to spend this time with you. And one would think that because Sarah McDonald was on maternity leave, that things would have been more chaotic during that time. But she came back, and then everything fell apart. No, that's not true. In fact, we want to take this opportunity to congratulate Sarah and David on the birth of their son. And I'm very, very glad that Sarah's back. And I know that her son understands that his mother has to do a ministry with us, as well as loving him. I'd like to say a few words about vacation. And first of all, whenever I think that I have the luxury to take a vacation, I think that some people really don't. And first of all, I'd like to reflect on that a bit. Sometimes people with responsibilities of family and job and other extenuating circumstances, people who are caring for the elderly and especially for people at home confined to bed, those who are invalids, those who are paralyzed, those people in many ways never get a vacation. And so every time I think about going on vacation, I think to myself, I ask the question, do I deserve it? But I also ask the question, this is somewhat of a luxury, because some people never get away from their work. For those people, we pray for them, honestly, and it might also be a good thing to do if you and I know someone like that, to maybe offer them a day that we can go work for them, take care of the elderly, or do something that they might be able to get a day off that they wouldn't ordinarily get. Also, for those of us who can take vacation, I think it's an important thing as Catholics and as Christians, first of all, not to exclude God from the vacation. For me, at least, it's a time when I can slow down and get in touch not only with the core of who I am, but more importantly, the core of God living within me and who God has created me to be and what He's asking of me as a disciple and also as a bishop. So it's important, I think, that our vacation time not exclude God. But secondly, if I think vacation is to really be vacation, it's to keep us away from the regular routine for those of us who have that privilege. But secondly, I would think to, and most importantly, to reconnect with people who mean a great deal to us, with people whom we don't spend enough time with in the ordinary rush of life, and to reflect back and see some of the things that we could have done, have not done, and I don't mean this in a negative way or a guilt-ridden way, but it's a time for new opportunities. It's a time to say, okay, now my calendar's clear. Who are the people that I want to spend quality time with? Who are the people that I really want to give a compliment to and I really want to thank? So those are some things. For me also, I do have some vacation time, but I also have a time for retreat, and I would just use this as an opportunity to encourage all of you and any of you, if you have the opportunity for a retreat, in the many retreat houses around the Archdiocese of New Orleans and beyond that have weekend retreats. And just to be able to get away from the daily routine of family, as blessed as that is, and work, as blessed as that is, and whatever else, as blessed or not blessed as it might seem to be at a given time, to get away from that routine and to step back and to ask God for the enlightenment. And that's what I'm looking forward to do during my time of retreat, is to be able to ask God the all-important question, help me to know that you love me, and help me to feel that I'm truly loved by you. Secondly, help me to know the gifts and the ways in which you have used me to care for and lead others. But also is that important question, what could I have done better? And for me, the retreat and vacation is a time to truly evaluate and to assess how well or not so well have I used God's gifts, and what more can I do? And so it is a time of rejoicing in what God has done in my life, and I hope for those of you who take time for vacation and retreat, rejoicing in that, but also with the honesty of heart to be able to say, what could I have done better? Every day I pray for as I promised at my installation, that I would pray for the mind and heart of Christ. And I do. I pray twice a day for that, every day. But I also know my humanness and my weakness and my sinfulness, and sometimes I don't put on the mind and heart of Christ. And so it seems to me vacation and retreat is a time when we can look at those things in a realistic way, give thanks for the goodness, and be able to ask God to help us to be renewed in spirit, to be renewed in our hearts, that we can move on. For those of us who have the opportunity for vacation, we thank God for it. For those who don't, let's you and I reach out to them and say, look, what can we do to maybe give you a day off? And I do encourage anyone to take advantage of retreats. There are many, many, many around the Archdiocese and beyond. And to be able to steal that time to be alone with the Lord can only bring blessing to us. I'll be back with you soon. Even during my vacation, I will do an appearance. I'm not sure exactly when, but we'll do a little appearance. God's peace and blessings be with you and all those whom you hold in your heart.